All right, welcome back to the Starfighter podcast. We are here talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's Dom and Jake. How's it going, bro?
Oh, excellent, man. Super stoked to talk about this Mario movie. I really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to talk about, man. I want to know the Easter eggs, so
Yeah,
you guys spill it.
Same here. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, drop down in the comment section, leave us a comment, let us know how you enjoyed this movie. Let us know if you have any crazy theories going forward in the Super Mario Brothers lore and what's canon, what's not canon. Let us know. All right, with that out of the way, let's invite our special guest from Vicsworld. It's Vic.
How's it going, guys?
How
Glad to be
doing?
here. I'm doing good, thank you. It's a chill Saturday today, and I saw the Mario Brothers movie yesterday with Jake, and it was a great experience, great movie, and can't wait to talk about it with you guys.
Also, Vic, shout out to us. We're both wearing Vans t-shirts.
Yes,
today.
we are.
It's always a Vans kind of day.
No, I don't mind, guys. Leave me out. Leave me out of it. I don't care.
Every day's a good Vans day.
Yeah.
Every day's a good day for Vans.
Every day is a good day to wear Vans. Yeah.
Absolutely. For the listeners, for the viewers, Vic's been a friend of the show for a little while now. We've been meaning to get him on the podcast, and we finally made it happen tonight. So excited to have you here.
Yeah.
And looking forward to talking about this movie. Why don't we get into it? I want to start out by asking everybody what their favorite Super Mario game is, or it could be multiple. But Vic, why don't we start with you?
Yeah, so I was telling Jake this yesterday after the movie. When I went to kindergarten, there was this back room, break room, actually, that was for kids to go in for like after school program, and inside was a Nintendo 64, and one of the games that was there was Mario Kart. And I didn't own a video game console at home. Our family didn't own one until I was about 8 or 10, and so I would play Mario Kart on this Nintendo 64 whenever I could. So from the time I was 3 till I was about 8, I would play that whenever I could, and I had a blast playing that all the time. Although I didn't win very much, but it was still great. It's still a great experience.
That's great. Yeah, awesome. Jake, what about you?
Well, it's super hard for me just because can I pick anything from the universe or specifically just Super Mario? Okay, because growing up, I didn't play Mario as much as I played Donkey Kong. I played Donkey Kong a lot. I think I had it on my Nintendo little game. How am I forgetting what they're called?
Nintendo DS?
DS?
No, before that.
The Game Boy.
The Game Boy. I had it on my Game Boy, so I used to play it all the time.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. Out of the newer games that I've found out about, Luigi's Mansion has been one of my favorites. So we might get into what they're doing in the future, possibly, which I think is what they're going to do. But yeah, I'm excited about it. So
awesome. Yeah.
How about you, bro?
I love the Super Nintendo. And so, grew up playing the original Mario Brothers games 1, 2, and 3. I think 3 was probably my favorite. Of course, everyone knows that Smash Brothers is my favorite game. I don't know if that really counts, though. But I was also going to mention that Paper Mario is pretty cool, too.
I never played that one, actually.
No? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
No.
Never played it.
No,
sorry. That's all right.
I mostly played Mario Kart pretty much whenever I could. I played it on the Nintendo DS when I had it. But yeah, I never got into Super Mario games, to be completely honest. I just found them kind of difficult, and it just I didn't have a whole lot of patience for it, to be honest. But Mario Kart was my man. That was fun.
Guys, what am I thinking? I know my favorite Mario game. I haven't even said my favorite Mario game. I'm so sorry. My favorite
Georgia
all-time favorite Mario game is Super Mario Strikers.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the soccer game, not the one for the Switch. I do have it, and I enjoy that one for the Switch too. But the one for the GameCube was amazing. It still is.
The GameCube. Okay.
Yeah, that was actually so after the Super Nintendo Well, I had a PlayStation, and then I had a GameCube, and like that was like my first game on the GameCube. But yeah, love that game. So much fun. Yeah. And as far as like Mario Kart goes, I was just gonna mention that Double Dash for the GameCube again is my favorite Mario Kart. I like that you could. Have you guys played that one?
I don't think so.
So, and there's a little bit of a reference to it in the movie, because on that one you could, so you'd have the main driver and then you had someone on the back too.
Oh, yeah.
And they could throw items, but they could also, if you would press the trigger, you could also make your partner like punch someone on the side, like punch another car if you're next to them. So, yeah, that's why I like that.
Sounds fun.
It was really fun. But all right, those are our favorite Mario games. Initial thoughts on the film, Jake?
Nothing really too crazy to say. I just really enjoyed it. I went in not expect. I don't know what people are talking about online, and the critics especially, about how it's doesn't have a story and that's why it's not good. It's like not supposed to have a crazy story. It's supposed to be like a fun movie.
Right.
So I enjoyed it. I went in, just my movie theater was full of kids. So
yeah.
Clearly, it's geared towards a certain group of people, and that's why it was only an hour and a half long movie. I loved it. I didn't need it to take a break. I was fine with it just moving along as it was. So, but I personally thought it was pretty funny. Like I laughed at multiple times during this movie.
Exactly.
So, like, I had a fun time watching this movie.
I mentioned in my reaction when I got home that night, I did a quick reaction to it. That like anyone that's like hoping or thinking that it needs to be like some kind of deep story, like there's something wrong. Like and I also said that the story was like everything it needed to be. You know what I mean? It just like it made sense. It was simple, and it's not like it was a bad story. It was like a fine story for a kids movie or like a family movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I kind of felt like like you were saying, the plot, the pace of the movie right off the bat. As soon as I got into the theater, it felt very quickly, very rushed. But I don't think that was a bad thing at all. It reminded me of I don't know about you guys, but it kind of reminded me of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and how like the movie's constantly like moving. Of events from one place to another without a whole lot of room to breathe. And that's basically like what this movie does, for Star Wars. Like, I didn't think that was considered very fitting, but in this instance of, Mario Brothers, it definitely works because this movie is here to entertain not only adults, but kids as well. And kids cannot, I don't think they can really stand movies with a slow plot or even a well-developed one, because all they care about is really the delivery of the action and the surrounding scenery. I remember telling my mom a couple of years ago that when I was a kid and like I would like watch movies whenever adults would put like movies on for me, I really didn't care about like dialogue, really didn't care about the plot or character development. All I cared was like the liveliness, of the screen, the bustle of the movie's images. I don't know. Can you guys like relate to that as well? Like that?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. It kind of have a fast pace towards the beginning. But I mean, I liked pretty much everything about it.
I loved it.
Me too.
Yeah. I didn't think that we would get a Star Wars reference today, but that's cool.
It just felt like that,
it felt right.
It really did. It successfully delivered on like this, that aspect of the pace. And I'm pretty sure, Nintendo had a hunch that, this movie's audience would most likely be young kids, and wanted to go this route because it was, the option for the pace to be fast was the best option, because that is the best way to entertain them.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, Jake, it certainly worked because there was a lot of kids in the theater last night. I have never seen so many kids in a movie theater. I highly recommend this film to any families that are looking to keep their little ones occupied, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So are there any things that we want to talk about as far as like the main plot of the story? We obviously don't need to like get too deep, but it is Mario after all. But you know, the whole
Dude,
plot basically is, you know, Mario and Luigi getting separated, and I personally like that too. Just the brother dynamics. You could tell like the family bond was really strong. Like that was a big theme in this film, and it took things in a different direction because I think it would have been just so easy for the story to revolve around Mario saving Peach in the end from Bowser's Castle. Like, you know, that's kind of just like a no-brainer, but it's kind of cool that they decided to do something a little bit different. But what do you guys think, Jake?
Yeah, I was gonna say, really did not mind the direction they took on it, and I don't understand that side of the criticism as well that I've been hearing, that like, well, it's not really like a Mario movie because he's not saving Princess Peach, and why did they have to separate Mario and Luigi, and blah blah blah. And I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was a great choice because we haven't seen Mario and Princess Peach interact, and if he was like just willing to go save her randomly, everyone like that, I don't know how that plot would work. So they needed to make it like his brother, so he like cared. But that's pretty much like the whole plot of the movie. They get separated, and Mario wants to save his brother. Ends up really liking this Princess Peach, and she's being forced to marry Bowser, and so he's like, no, like I gotta save my princess, and I gotta save the world, baby. And that's what he does.
Yeah, Peach was really cool in this movie too.
I thought she was awesome.
She's kind of BA.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I didn't mind it. I don't know why people were upset about it. Like, it wasn't done poorly.
And it wasn't over the top either. I thought it was perfect.
No, this is actually Smash Bros. Peach that we got in this movie. Like,
really?
Yeah, really.
I mean, she's fighting. She's doing the obstacle course. Like, yeah, that all kind of reminded me of Smash Bros. There was a couple times where, because I was hoping that we would get some references, and so there's a couple things like I took away from it. Did you want to add anything more, Vic, on the plot and saving Luigi?
No, I didn't mind the plot at all. The plot of that aspect of the plot at all. I have heard like arguments that was like, well, not arguments, but I guess also my kind of thought process was the plot was so fast that it almost seemed like it was interesting how immediately Toad and Mario became friends, like almost instantly, and even the princess,
kind of like you and me today, Vic. Kind of like
us. Well, hey, I mean, it was like their first encounter. Yeah, they just became friends. You know,
yeah.
And
what the heck?
The fact that this princess is the fact that Princess Peach is like is very willingly going to save Luigi with Mario. It just it wasn't a bad plot, but it just seemed very fast to I like I said, I enjoyed it, but it was like, oh, like you're willing to save his brother? Okay, I guess, like, you don't know him, but all right, like maybe it's out of the goodness of your heart, I guess, was her motivation, and to save her people as well, don't get me wrong, but it just the focus was saving Luigi. So I'm interested to see what Nintendo is going to do for the second movie, if they're maybe going to keep the plot and the simpleness of the plot in the next movie. I'm very interested to see what they'll do there.
I'm sure they're gonna make it a little bit more complex probably in the next one. Just because like we've seen the world, like, you know, there was some character development through the movie, so at least they could use that in the second movie. Yeah. I mean, it was quick. It was pretty quick. I mean, Mario looks at Princess Peach for the first time, and they give him like googly eyes that he's already falling, like he's already like in love with her. He doesn't know anything about her, you know. So they kind of just they just kind of push it forward pretty quickly, but it was okay.
Yeah, I was gonna move on to, you know, talking more about the other characters, but I'm actually gonna pause for just a second because you can't forget about the music in this film.
Vic made a comment towards me in the middle of the movie, actually.
So,
oh gosh, yeah.
You know, not just like the original music and like original songs that were being redone, like, but real quick, I'll just say, like, I really liked the song choices that they had. You know, starting with "No Sleep Till Brooklyn." I mean, I love Beastie Boys, and so I thought that was really fun. You know, starting off the movie like that, and seeing Mario and Luigi run through Brooklyn, and having that song play. But yeah, I mean, mainly the big focus would be like the original songs that were redone. Like, it was awesome.
Oh yeah, especially at the end and stuff, how they kind of incorporate all the Mario music in there. And just like even the little tones they used during the movie, like
the sound effects.
Well, yeah, like Luigi's phone ringer is actually like the GameCube, like how when you turn it on, it's like the sound,
really,
like the song it plays.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
So like they put like a bunch of different things, like sprinkled in all this different music and stuff from all over the place, and
that would make sense. That would make sense too, because I think Luigi's Mansion, the original one, was on the GameCube.
Yeah.
So
I've noticed a trend. Cool. That is really cool. Like you were saying, Dom, I've noticed a trend amongst like recent animated movies for kids in the last couple of years. Like, for example, like the similarity between like the Lego Movie 2, the Batman Lego Movie, and the Super Mario Brothers is that they, like, all of them contain like 1980s rock songs and pop as well. And like by the time AC/DC's Thunderstruck came on, I whispered to Jake, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this movie's littered with 80s songs. It's just like, and I was just, and the thing is that I honestly don't know, like they're good songs, like don't get me wrong, but the thing is that I honestly don't know if that works for the Super Mario Brothers content exactly, because like the peak of their popularity was like, you know, the 1990s, like going into 2000s, especially with Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64. And if like you were a kid during that time and you're watching this movie, you'd only appreciate it more if this film incorporated songs from that era of the 90s and 2000s.
We should have gotten like Evanescence and
exactly. All I'm saying, oh my gosh, all I'm saying is that they really missed their chance to slip some Pantera, Rage Against the Machine, Deftones, even some Linkin Park, for example.
Nirvana.
Linkin Park.
No, they really could have.
Just sprinkle Numb in there, the children's movie.
Guys, we should redo the movie with 90s music.
We're gonna do it.
So the first thing I'm gonna do when this thing gets on Blu-ray. No, the first thing I'm gonna do when this movie gets released on Blu-ray, I'm gonna rip it to my computer and then edit 90s and 2000 songs into there. I'm gonna end the movie with Southtown by POD. That's what I'm gonna do. I want Nintendo to keep that in mind for future Mario films. I'm not crazy for suggesting that, am I?
No, I would love to see that edit, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I'll let you know if it ever happens.
Yeah.
Maybe not admit that on YouTube though, you know?
It's but as long as I don't distribute it, it's not illegal. So that's good. It's for my personal use. So that's okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
And personal profit. So
there you go.
Okay, let's talk more about some of the characters. I wanted to start out by saying one of the disappointments that I had with this film, there weren't many.
Oh, he's gonna say it. He's gonna
say what's he gonna say? What's he gonna say, Jake?
Guys,
what's he gonna say?
Listen to this.
There's two characters that are missing from this film
Oh, what's up? What's up?
Oh, you're just talking about missing characters. Okay.
There's 2 characters that are missing from this film.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say something bad about Bowser.
No, I thought we should see them.
There's nothing to say bad about Bowser.
Guys,
tell us.
Where's Wario and Waluigi? Where are they?
So theory time. They're actually from Princess Peach's universe. She said there's lots of universes out there. She looked up the sky, and so the theory is that she came from a different universe where it was those 2 guys instead of Mario and Luigi.
Okay. So I didn't know we were gonna get this deep for this Mario movie, but now that you're coming at us with this theory, like I'm here for it.
Oh, I have so many theories. Trust, I got you.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and that's one of the other complaints that I did hear. I mean, not necessarily that Toad and Mario became such good friends, but the fact that he was like the only human they've seen besides Princess Peach, and they didn't make a big deal out of it. Like no one was freaking out when he was walking through the town.
Right.
That's the one part like complaint I had for sure about that. But yeah, I totally think that Princess Peach came from a different universe besides Mario and Luigi. So, and I think they're going to explore that. I think they're going to be coming out probably with like a Princess Peach like origin story, because that was kind of a new character development for her to kind of have that story where she came out of the tubes and they had kind of made her a princess in their land. So I think they're going to they'll touch on it. They'll give us answers about it for sure. Guaranteed. 100%.
Yeah.
Do you think that
I would have liked to have seen them though?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would have. I definitely would have, especially Waluigi. I think he's a hilarious character.
Yeah.
If Nintendo's watching this, you guys should have added him to Smash Ultimate.
I'm not complaining, but hey, I mean, it would have been nice,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you gonna say, Vic? I thought you were.
Yeah, I don't know. I have this. So we have Princess Peach, we have Rosalina, and we have another princess as well. In this lore of characters, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can't remember the third one's name. But
wait, you said. I mean, Rosalina wasn't in the movie, as far as I know, right?
No, she wasn't. No,
but just in the games.
In the games. And I have a theory that my theory is that in alternate universe, she's ruling a kingdom, and these kingdoms, Peach's and Rosalina's kingdoms are brought together, and maybe they have another all-out war, similar with Bowser and Peach. So I don't think that's far-fetched, but I mean, it's I feel like that's how we're going to be introduced to Wario and Waluigi as well. I have a feeling that the next Super Mario Brothers movie is actually just going to be not focused on. It's not going to even contain Luigi or Mario at all. It's just going to be focused on like, for example, Rosalina and the other characters that we haven't seen at all. And then by the third movie, these characters will be brought together.
I'm glad that's a pretty interesting theory. I'm glad that you brought up Rosalina, because I wanted to talk about my favorite character of the movie. Not Luma, who is usually seen with Rosalina, but Luma Lee, which is the little blue star creature in the prison.
I laughed every time.
Is she not the best part? Is she not the best part?
She's the funniest character. She's the funniest. She's the greatest comic relief character I've seen in a movie in a while, man.
Yeah.
Like, I laughed at everything that she said. Loved her.
It was like the best. They're getting like lowered down into the lava pits at the end to be sacrificed, and she's like, "Finally, mercy,
mercy."
And she's like all happy.
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking about this earlier today. So I remember in my psychology college class years ago, they explained that like when there's one experiencing close death, they'll usually go through like 5 mental stages in this order, like denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance.
We are getting pretty deep.
Luma Lee has already gone through the 4 past mental stages of death, and it's already on acceptance. Like, she's accepting her fate, knowing that like death is inevitable for her, and tries to make light of it, which is why I think she come across is the funniest character in this movie, and she's like trying to get everybody into the acceptance, phase. Everyone's, all the penguins are like, no, they're still holding on to like the first stage, which is like denial, like, no, like, we're not gonna die, like, be quiet. It's I loved it.
Seriously.
Especially that little speech that she gave at the end. That was great.
Yes.
Yeah. And then when they didn't burn up from the lava, she was all disappointed.
Yeah,
she was all disappointed.
That was funny. Who are your other favorite characters, guys? I mean, I guess I feel like Bowser, Jack Black stole the show a lot of times.
Yeah, so Bowser was great. I'm not gonna lie when I say this. So Bowser reminded myself of high school me back in the day. So basically, because he's like, I'm kind of dead serious, because I'm being completely honest with you guys. Because when I was in high school and I liked this girl, I would like a certain girl, and if she liked somebody else, or if somebody liked her, I would get mad jealous of whatever the situation was. And just Bowser being like, oh, would she find him attractive? Or, is she
that was one of the best parts.
Yes.
When Luigi was like, if she has good taste.
Great. Yep. Exactly. I was just like, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, oh man, like this is how I used to think in high school. And it was just, I cringe at my former self, but he was a great, just hilarious, great character. Yeah, no complaints there.
I mean, great song too, guys.
Oh yeah.
And peaches.
Yeah. There's a full version of the song. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Oh, no,
I know there is. I haven't seen it though. I heard it's pretty poppin', so I gotta check it out.
Oh gosh,
it's good.
Yeah. I don't know. I think my favorite character was probably, like, I would probably just say Luigi. I'm kind of disappointed he didn't have more screen time.
He didn't, did he? Yeah.
He was like not in it really at all.
He had a good story arc there at the end though, which I wanted to touch on too, so I'm glad you brought him up.
Yeah, he was probably my favorite character for sure, I think, in this movie. But I mean, besides Mario, I'll ask you guys a question in a second, actually. But we can finish this off. Who was your favorite character, Dom?
Oh, I already said mine was Luma Lee.
Luma Lee. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and she was my favorite too. Just great character.
Honestly, it's hilarious. And just a side note on just one of the most comedic things I thought was hilarious was when they first get into Donkey Kong Land and get picked up by that guy. And he's just like driving through the street all crazy, and then steals a banana, eats it, and throws the peel.
Oh yeah!
And you see that car hit it and just like explode into a building, and there's just like no reaction.
He doesn't care.
No reaction, dude.
It's a normal day. It's a normal day for him.
Like I think Mario like looks back horrified. Like,
yeah.
What just happened here?
Yeah, I thought that was a great little scene right there. But I was gonna ask you guys what you thought about all the voice actors and like your thoughts on how they did.
I thought they did great.
Yeah, great. Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say I really like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong as well. I also
that was like the one I didn't really like.
Oh really?
Honestly.
Okay.
I don't know why. Well, because he was just so lazy. Like he didn't do a voice. It was like his laugh. I was just like, okay, like you could have at least tried something, dude. But anyways, sorry to cut you off.
Oh.
No, I was just gonna say I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from Diddy Kong, but and you know what? Speaking of Diddy Kong, just like when it comes to Bowser, like we didn't get to see Bowser Jr., which that was kind of lame too. I don't think so. Yeah.
Do you think they're saving him for like the next movie to come?
Yeah, no.
Like save Big Bowser?
Probably. That'd be cool.
Yeah. No, the voice acting was fine. I'm not familiar with since I only played Mario Kart and not a whole lot of other Mario games. I'm not super familiar with like how their voices sound in the games that much. So
there's not a lot of talking anyways.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Alrighty. Well, other than that, yeah, no, I thought the voice acting was absolutely fine. No complaints. Didn't seem awkward in any spots. So
yeah,
it was
I
fine.
think it was smart the way they handled that too with Mario and Luigi as well. Like you like right away just like I guess accepted that whole concept of them like using that voice, like the thicker Italian accent when they do their commercial, and then like they don't really talk like that normally.
Right.
But then their family still kind of does, but it's fine. Like
right.
Yeah, they kind of addressed it. Like they kind of pointed it out and made fun of it, and like if you weren't paying attention, you kind of didn't catch it. But yeah, I think they say something after, like someone says something about how it's silly. I think the original character that does the Mario voice cameoed in that scene and said that line where he's like, "Oh, that's silly," and like quoted them, like how they sounded in the commercial. Yeah. So I thought it was handled well, and I didn't really see Chris Pratt as much as obviously I saw Seth Rogen. Like Seth Rogen was just, he said in interviews that he was lazy about it and he like didn't try. Like you can't, you know.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. So it's like, but yeah, I thought it was great. I thought, a lot of people were worried for no reason. I think Chris Pratt basically made it his own.
Yeah.
And they were from Brooklyn too, so they had like kind of like a Brooklyn accent, Italian Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was good. I thought it was well done. Charlie Day obviously is a phenomenal voice actor, so him as Luigi. I'm going to keep talking about Luigi because he's my favorite guy, but I loved all that.
I wanted to mention too, because like very similar to Star Wars, there's just like so many like little lessons, I guess, sprinkled into whether it's the shows or the films, but that was one thing too with Luigi's character that I liked, and I think it was a message for the kids about like being afraid and dealing with like facing your fears, and then it all comes full circle for him at the end when he's able to be the one to step up and save Mario. I thought that was a great moment too, and again I liked how both Mario and Luigi, like how much they cared about each other, and like they were like each other's like biggest supporters.
Yeah.
I have 4 brothers and we have really good relationships, so like I think a lot of people can relate to that family aspect. So yeah,
absolutely.
It was kind of like a background character development that, like I said, he wasn't in the movie that much, but they did his that character well with the story that they were telling. So yeah, I got all teary-eyed at the end, man. He jumps in, saves his brother. Shoot, come on now.
Really?
It was good.
No, but I enjoyed
it.
Okay. So a couple more things to talk about. I wanted to talk about the battle between Mario and Donkey Kong. This definitely felt a little bit like Super Smash Bros.
Yeah,
too.
Right? I knew you were gonna. You were probably thinking that the whole time during this scene.
Yeah, so that was cool. But how did you guys enjoy this scene, Vic?
Oh gosh, yeah. So I've only played, I think, Super Smash Brothers. I think a couple times, not very much, but it was a funny sit. Since I'm not super familiar with it, with the video game in general.
Oh, and it doesn't have to be about that either. Just mainly the battle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. Although, I guess my only complaint is that, obviously Mario didn't have a whole lot of time, in this movie to train for fighting, and I'm guessing Donkey Kong has been fighting his entire life to impress his father, which he wants to very much. And but of course he was, Mario's wearing a power-up. However, I was very confused as to why Donkey Kong did not get any power-ups in that battle. Why he didn't, I don't know why. I don't know if it was his pride. I don't know if it was he was trying to impress his father that he can do things himself without help. Maybe that was the reason. good fight. But it would just I don't know. I just had a couple questions, run through my head as the scene went on.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's fine.
Thought it was cool when he got the cat suit too, and
right, exactly.
And I think we originally see that in one of the newer Mario Brothers game, like the basically the remake of Super Mario Brothers for, what was that? It might have been for the Wii U. I think that's when we originally get that cat suit for Mario. I guess I could be wrong, and maybe people will correct me in the chat. But
everyone get mad at him. Tell him how wrong he is.
That's where I remember it from. So that was cool. Jake, anything more you wanted to say on this scene before we talk about the race?
No, I thought it was cool. I thought it was interesting seeing all the other Donkey Kong characters that you mentioned as well. I'm sad that we didn't get to see more of those characters though. Like they just kind of teased them to us, and then I was like, all right, okay, like thanks, appreciate it. But the fight itself, I thought was pretty entertaining. I enjoyed it, and I thought they were pretty creative with the power ups and the power ups and like what was going on. And I thought it was a big character development moment, not development necessarily, but it just kind of showed the audience that Mario's kind of naturally like a hero, and he doesn't give up. As another superhero would say, he can do this all day.
I almost thought he was going to say that at one point. He said something similar to that.
He does say something similar. Now that I think about it, I can't remember
that effect.
Yeah, I mean, if you call it, it would be a nice little call out to the little Marvel universe that he's in. You know, he fought next to that guy, so it'd be funny to hear him say that. But yeah, I thought it was well done. I thought it was creative how they showed all that fighting, and I got a good chuckle out of it. He got pummeled pretty good there for a good minute, so I enjoyed it.
All right, and then we get to, I guess, kind of see our Mario Kart moment when they're on their way to, rescue Luigi, fight Bowser. What do you guys think about this?
What was your favorite game, Vic? So.
Oh, I know, right? No, so that was one of the best parts of the movie. With like the whole Rainbow Road scene, I thought that was cool. What I thought was funny was they seemed to incorporate a Mad Max like moment where Bowser's team ambushes the gorillas, and it was like, I don't know. It felt like a callback to those. It felt like a callback to those movies, and of course, my favorite part was the blue shell moment, because every time blue shell would always just come in, that was always the worst part of gaming for Mario Kart. I always hated that moment. I'm just like, seethe. You every time it happens, you just seethe with anger. And it's just like, I remember when, that character just announced that he was, turning into a blue shell. I was like, oh, this is not gonna end well. It's just, yeah. So yeah, that was a great scene. That was my favorite part of the scene. But yeah, I hope to see more of something like that in the sequel. Definitely.
Yeah,
me too. That'd be cool. Any thoughts, Jake?
I enjoyed the whole scene. I even really enjoyed the scene right before they get on the Rainbow Bridge, when they pick out their carts and how they did that.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Because that's how they do it in the game, and you pick out like different parts of your cart or whatever. So I thought that was pretty cool. I never really played.
And the Toad's car too.
I know. Toad rolls up. But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I thought that in this scene especially, I really liked Princess Peach. I thought she was pretty BA, like on a motorcycle, and she took care of business. So yeah, I don't know. There's nothing else to say besides I thought it was awesome. I don't know. Yeah,
and then great. I think as we start to wrap things up here, we can get into the ending where we talk about the wedding that they crash, and then like the final battle as well. But I know something that I was hoping to see again. I love the Super Smash Brothers franchise, so I'm trying to look for all these Easter eggs. But when it came to the wedding and Toad gives Peach the bouquet, I'm just like thinking to myself, I really want her to pull a Stitch face right now. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's the little creature, and he has like this wonky looking face. Like I think maybe like his eyes are like X'd out. But anyways, when Peach throws this at someone in the game, like it just like knocks them off the stage. Like it's really powerful. So I was hoping it might be that little creature to come out of the bouquet, but it wasn't. So
no, because then the battle would be over in a second. I believe.
Yeah, Dom would just. You'd hate the movie. That's how it ended. It just ends just like
that. I would have been like so hyped if it was that.
Just over. Just that's it.
Yeah, or even so, like with her character in the game, like you can pull like a Mr. Saturn, a Stitch face. There might be something else, but or like a bomb. She can pull a bomb, but like it's always random. It's usually something insignificant like the Mr. Saturn, but yeah, her pulling a bomb would have been kind of cool too.
Anyway, there was a bomb in the front seat at the wedding.
There was a bomb that does blow up.
so
boss bomb. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I don't even know if I really mentioned this. Maybe I have this show, but I really don't know too much about Mario, so I don't know what I was expecting her to pull out of the flowers.
Yeah, me neither.
But I thought it worked out well. Like I'm telling you, I really enjoyed how they showed all the different power-ups and stuff in this movie.
Right.
Like I thought it was pretty creative. So
yeah.
Also,
like,
just out of curiosity, with all the mushroom power-ups, is it in the lore anywhere that Mario hates mushrooms, or was that just made up for this movie alone?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
because I loved that scene too. He like has to eat the mushrooms all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was. I thought that was interesting. I was like, oh. I was like, all right. So yeah, but yeah, the fight of boss battle. That was really good. Really good scene. What else?
The raccoon suit.
A lot of
raccoon suit.
Raccoon suit. We forgot about that.
Oh yeah. That was great. Yeah, that was.
Well, I guess there's like two kind of big battles, huh?
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, you mean like when it
the one at the castle, and then the one in Brooklyn.
The one in Brooklyn,
back in Brooklyn.
Yeah. But what else? A lot of, right before that first boss battle, a lot of characters showed up to that wedding that were kind of, not really introduced to, but what's that one ghost with the tongue sticking out? Boo? Is that its name?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, and like the bomb with the crown on its head. Don't remember his name, but I'm assuming hopefully those characters will be expanded on future movies, but what is it? Yeah, that power up that Peach had was really cool, and I'd have to say the best power up of this movie was probably the cat suit between Donkey Kong and Mario. Yeah, that was probably my favorite power up of this film. I know it wasn't the boss battle, but that was my favorite power up of the movie. And I'm wondering what is going to happen to Bowser in the next film, and who's going to be the main antagonist, because I don't know a whole lot of antagonists in the Mario lore. So I'm interested to see who they will bring out for the next one for another awesome, cool boss battle.
If we're going theory time here, I think it would be cool for Wario and Waluigi to be the antagonist, but also I saw something online recently where like one of the story writers or one of the game developers had said in regards to the Mario movie, he had said that Dr. Mario can't be trusted. So maybe we could see Dr. Mario in the next movie, and maybe he's like a villain. That would kind of be interesting too.
Yeah.
But and I don't know if you had anything more to say on that, Jake, but I did want to get your thoughts a little bit because I know you had some on the callbacks to Luigi's Mansion. If you wanted to touch on that, and then we'll talk just a little bit more about the ending.
What do you mean callbacks? Like you mean just what
when he gets captured? We kind of glossed over that, but
so
that,
I mean, nothing too crazy.
But yeah, that was the callbacks to Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, like when he runs in that haunted castle, pretty much, and all that stuff.
Yeah, and even when he's in the woods and he turns on the flashlight, like that was great.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. I loved it. Same with the lightning, and it does the lightning, and all those guys are standing behind him.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, so
I've always thought Shy Guy was like a cool looking character, anyways. So, but yeah, that was really cool to see him in this film.
Yeah, and I know we really haven't talked too much about this yet, but I super enjoyed just like the graphics and the design of the characters and the whole world they built. Like it just looked so good.
Yes, it did.
Illumination Illumination kills it. Yeah. And I heard that this movie, like domestically, is going to make like $240 million this weekend. So that's
I would imagine it would go on to go to $1 billion like later on, like possibly at the end of this month. I mean, heck, like it might. I think it's going to be one of the biggest grossing movies of this year. I wouldn't doubt it for a second.
Yeah, especially like, internationally.
Anybody can go see this movie. Like it's family friendly. It's literally for everybody, and I think that's what's going to make it huge profit.
Yeah, it's gonna be bigger than the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I called it first, right here, folks.
Yeah, no, the Mario Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, the Mario Cinematic Universe is gonna be
the new MCU's in town.
I wouldn't doubt it, man.
I'm sure it will be in the next couple of years if they keep doing just great movies and hopefully not pumping out too much content, but like making people wait. Like, I don't need
about
6
like 2
TV
years
shows.
or something. Yeah.
Like
every 2 or 3 years is good.
Yeah.
All right, 100%. We do have to wrap up here pretty soon, but I think last thing maybe we'll touch on is the power up where Mario and Luigi get the superstar and attack Bowser at the end. Thought it was a great moment. Again, the family dynamics and having it not just be Mario who's the hero, but Luigi also be the hero. What do you guys think about this scene?
Well, it definitely gave Luigi some time to shine because, like Jake mentioned earlier, he really didn't have a whole lot of screen time. So by the end, like it was really cool to see him shine. I felt like that kind of made up for him not having so much screen time. Just to see him, fight alongside his brother. That was a really good decision on Nintendo's part. And do you guys know if the superstars are they like a rare object in this universe?
Yeah, they're like
Is that why it was so important?
They basically just make you like invincible for a certain period of time.
Okay.
In the game, so like if you get it, you just like run through a map. So
interesting. Okay. Yeah. I think. Are we going to talk about that after credits scene too?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, anyways, that's my thoughts on it. Go ahead, Jake.
No, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was fun. I really like the effects. Again, their animation and stuff. is like super cool. So they did a really good job at showing that kind of rainbow effect that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And the song even was super cool, very Mario song.
Yeah,
but I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty. Again, like I love how they're using these power ups because Princess Peach at the end gives them one to shrink down so they can put them in a jar. And so like I just love the use of them and
the little mushroom.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I loved it. Super cool. Super creative, and I liked the music. So it was a solid movie. I mean, we can give a rating, I guess, at the end here, but I thought it was an 8 out of 10. I thought it was like a pretty good movie for what it was. Like it was fun for me. It was like a 7.5 or 8 for me for sure. So, and I'm excited to see what they're doing in the future. So that's literally all they need to worry about is getting people back in the theater. So,
yeah, I'd probably say 8.5 or 9. I just thought it was a lot of fun. Definitely see myself watching this from time to time. Just it's a feel-good movie too. There's so much nostalgia. Again, simple story, but it's a good story. Just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I definitely have to give it. The highest I'd give it is a 9. Because it's not perfect, but I really think I'd give it a 9, maybe 8.5. But 9's the highest I'll go. Like I said, not perfect, but it's really. But it's. I haven't seen a movie in a while that is literally something that like parents like don't have to worry about what their kids watching. Like this is a movie that like I said earlier is for everybody, and that's literally the purpose of what Nintendo like has always been, is to entertain their customers, and it shines through on this movie. And if they continue this route, they could be the next big thing. They could be the next big franchise. Heck.
Yeah, definitely.
I would love to see that. I'm here for it.
And I didn't mention anything like that either that you just said, but yeah, there's like, it's a really wholesome just message and story about like brotherhood and family, and some of the struggles they even have internally with their family, and overcoming everything pretty much because they're so small that like they just in their daily life they get bullied or whatever, and just so it was really cool. I enjoyed the message.
I think one other message too, which you guys both touched on a little bit, was both with Donkey Kong and Mario trying to make their parents proud, their family proud. In the end, all you can do is your best, and do your thing, and if it happens, it happens, and for them it did, so that was cool.
Definitely.
No, a lot of good like messaging and like wholesome meanings to a lot of things. So all right,
let's talk about the post-credit scene before we wrap up.
Super stoked about it. I think me and Vic kind of screamed like little girls when we saw we saw the egg.
Gosh, because it was funny because he mentioned it earlier, literally right before it happened. And during when the credits are rolling, literally Jake's like, "Oh man, that would be cool if we saw Yoshi," and literally like that egg at the end, and I'm like, we're both like, oh, like okay, it's okay. Next one, all right. Well, wait.
Are there two post credit scenes?
There's a mid credit scene, and then there's a post credit scene.
Oh, yeah.
The post credit scene's at the very end, and it's basically them zooming up onto a.
You
Yoshi
didn't wait
egg,
to see the last one, Dom?
Yeah.
I didn't.
And it cuts to black.
Normally I did, but I heard there was only one, so I only watched that first one. But that's cool. So I mean, we got to see Yoshi's very briefly, like as they're running
land. Yeah.
Well, we didn't really see him, but
we saw different colored ones.
We did not see him. We
saw his brethren and sisters.
Yeah. So that's cool. Oh, another quick little callback to was with, the baby versions of Mario, Luigi, and Peach.
Yeah.
Which
what was that all about?
So there's like,
do they not grow eyes until like 15 years old or something?
What's it called? There's a couple of games where, well, also in Mario Kart you see it, but there's a couple of games.
Yeah, I was gonna say in Mario Kart,
baby Mario and baby Luigi.
Oh, really? Okay.
What is that called? It's gonna bug me here. Let me look it up real quick.
I have no idea. Well, you can just cut this part.
True. I had this game for a little bit. There it is. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. That was a pretty fun game. A really different type of Mario game, but that was on the DS. And you kind of went back and forth between being like full-size Mario and baby Mario, and the same thing. You could be regular Luigi and baby Luigi, but yeah.
Huh, interesting.
That was a great scene. That was a great scene.
Yeah, it was fun.
It told us a lot about like the actual personalities of them, like they were so, I know it's such a short movie and it seems so jam-packed, but it just like they didn't need to say a whole lot with saying a whole lot with some stuff, you know what I mean? Like they just kept it short and sweet, and that's why I enjoyed the movie. Like I don't have any complaints about it. But
me neither. I just want to see Wario and Waluigi next time.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. That's my only. That's one of my requests. The other request is to Nintendo please incorporate more, 90s and 2000 songs. Please.
Yeah.
I mean, 80s songs are overrated at this point. They're being incorporated in way too many animated kid family movies. So just give it a break, please.
And keep Luma Lee in the second one too.
Yes, keep Luma Lee. Yes, please.
Oh my goodness,
I'd love to see more.
She's not in it. Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. I would love it. Next movie is going to be Princess Peach going and finding her universe. It's going to be in that other universe with the other guys, and they're going to find Rosalina is actually like the Princess Peach in that universe. And I think it's going to be a great little movie. I'm calling it right now.
I hope they make a toy of Luma Lee, and you push like a button and it says like all her phrases from the movie. I'd buy that.
Oh my gosh.
I'll buy that.
I'm sure we can have a Funko Pop here like any second that glows up in the dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can make her into a Funko Pop, but hey, it was the first time for everything, so yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Shoot.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. It was a fun review. Appreciate you both being here. We appreciate our viewers. Again, leave a like, definitely leave a comment, let us know how you enjoyed this film too. Jake, tell us what's happening later on this week. What do we have coming up?
Well, later on this week we're going to do season 3 episode 7 of Mandalorian, coming on at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. So we're coming to a close on that show. Only 2 episodes left. So after this week, it's going to be season finale time. It's going to be big, hopefully. We're crossing our fingers. And we also have another episode that we are going to be releasing that is about everything that happened during this Star Wars weekend and all the different releases and trailers, talking about pretty much all that fun stuff. So that's going to be coming out pretty shortly after this one. So look forward to that. And just complain to Dom about how wrong he is about everything during this episode.
All right, well said, or almost at least. All right.
Hello.
What's that?
Saying leave a comment below. Just
Yeah.
Just guys.
All right. Well, thank you again, guys. Vic, special thanks to you for being on the show today. Welcome back anytime. Of course, welcome back anytime. All right, that is going to be it for us, guys. We will catch